Alright, what's up, guys? This week on the channel, I checked out this Banks Pedal Monster kit off of Amazon. We're going to give this a shot on the Dodge. Full disclosure, I paid for this with my own money, so this is going to be an honest review of how this works. So to open it up, I did open this and go through it already, so it's not packaged 100%. But it's telling you basically to remove this before dealer visit, not to ruin your warranty or anything like that. The nice part about this is there's no permanent connections either. Not that the Dodge is under warranty, but this is supposed to not have the check engine light issue either that the pedal commanders can be prone to, I've read. So it's got the module, the connection, which I haven't read the instructions yet, but I'm assuming we just disconnect the drive-by wire on the pedal and then wire this in pigtail with that. And then it's got two connection ports up top here. One of which I think goes to their proprietary iDash system that Banks runs. The other one, I'm guessing, goes to this OBD connector right here. And then that'll give this the OBD feedback that it's looking for. The other one appears to be the pigtail to connect this guy up. So we'll get this hooked up and unbox the rest of the way and do a review then on how it acts. Let's get some tools together and I'll meet you at the truck out. Okay. Alright guys, we're out here at the truck. So first we're going to locate, obviously, the gas pedal. And let's get some light up in here. And we're going to locate that connector right there. That's where this thing is going to install in line. So let's go ahead and get this set up here. Try and get this camera in here so you guys can see what's going on. Alright. Pull that guy off. Clip that on, and then connect this guy in line here. That's gonna go right like that. It's kind of hard to do one-handed, guys. Get that on there though. Clicked in, and then this end just comes around, obviously plugs into your OBD2 port, which is right here. So we'll get that hooked up, and then basically all we got to do is just wire all this, or zip tie all this stuff up out of the way. Right up in here. So I'm going to cut away for a minute, grab some zip ties, get this mounted up out of the way, and then we'll cut back to this here, get it hooked up and see how it runs. Alright guys, we got it all hooked up. So let's start the truck here. I downloaded the app already on my phone. Go to the Pedal Monster app.
Right. And Skinny Jody Miller, are you guys back there? You ready
says
to
it's going to connect
stage?
to it here. Not in pairing mode. Alright, let's check it to see here. It says it's not in pairing mode. Oh, I got it mounted up underneath here. Back of the module says there's a button. Alright, so the button they're looking for, guys, on this camera is that little orange button right there. Alright, so let me get something real small, push it in there and hit it here. Almost need a paper clip. Alright, now they're flashing differently. So, let's try to. So, sign is required. Alright, so now it's going to ask me reverse auto detect will search all available protocols, determine if the reverse gear is available to enable the reverse safety feature. Not all broadcast reverse gear. If reverse gear is not available on your vehicle, it is recommended that you rerun auto detect from the settings menu after a firmware update. Alright, so let's start auto detect. The vehicle must be in park with the engine off and the key in the on or run position. So let's put it in run. Got that taken care of. We're going to start the pedal calibration. Wide open throttle. Use your foot off the pedal. We're all set. Okay. So, let's see, guys. Let's start this thing. Okay, so the first option is city, sport, track, and stock obviously turns it off. So let's go to city. Alright, let's set. Let's see here what the view looks like. Alright, guys, I'm gonna put the phone right here. Turn this off here. Oh, and it is detecting the reverse safety. This is a 2014 Ram 2500, so I was pretty confident it would from what I'd read online. And if anybody's looking at the instrument cluster, yes, I do have a check engine light on. The oil pressure sensor has gone out in this thing. It actually keeps saying that it's got 100 psi oil pressure, which I doubt is correct. So, it's throwing a check engine light. We'll diag that in another video at this point. Try to dodge my trash cans here at the end of my driveway. We'll back out and see if we can tell a difference. Alright, so this is city power level 1. I can't really say that I feel like that feels that much or any different at all. Let's go to sport. Maybe about halfway up and see what that feels like. Whoa! Alright, so sport's a huge difference. Wow, that's a crazy difference. I don't really know how to describe that too much. It's the theory behind these things is it just gives you more throttle than it normally gives you, which I completely understand. The theory. the actual practice of it's crazy. Um, it feels like a completely different truck, to be honest. This is gonna make towing the camper, I think, 1,000 times better. It's crazy. Let's let's uh let's try track here. Let's pull up to the stop sign, and we'll leave it halfway up and just see what this feels like. I'll pull out here. Whoa. Holy cow, guys. I had a Ram 1500 before this, and that was a lot peppier, but it also weighed 2,000 pounds or more less than this 2500 weighs with the 6.4 Hemi. I mean, the, the feeling is just incredible in this thing. Alright, guys, let's see how we're doing. We're going to pull a little hill here. Back, right? See how it does here. I mean, it's a noticeable difference. You can lean into the throttle far less, but you're not seeing the difference in the fuel economy almost. It's kind of crazy how it's compensating the pedal. Um, it's not super touchy. Like my fear was when I would get it that it would make the pedal extra sensitive, like you would just be lurching all over the place. I had a 6-liter diesel, Ford Power Stroke 6-liter diesel, and I had put a tune on it at one point that made the throttle sensitivity more, and it was almost undrivable with that tune because the pedal was so touchy, it was just lurching all over the place. This, I mean, this is definitely touchier on the city setting, all the way up on high, but it's not bad at all. You just have to. It feels more natural, like your foot just goes to a more natural position when you're pulling hills. Alright, let's try the sport all the way up. So sport all the way up is almost getting into that a little too sensitive mark where it's you gotta watch how much you put your foot into it. So let's go to sport 1. Alright, let's go to sport 2. Yeah, I gotta be honest, Sport 2 seems to be a pretty likable position for this thing. It's not, see how it does going out here. But it feels pretty good. Alright, now let's back in the driveway here. See how it does in reverse. It seemed to work when we were backing out here fine. It shut the yeah, see there? Notices the reverse safety right away. Here. Yeah, it's definitely disconnecting it from it, which is what you want. Alright guys, well that'll wrap up this video. I will say it's a huge difference. Obviously, I haven't got to drive it a whole lot, but I will say, the other thing I will say is that we just did about a 3-mile, 4-mile loop, and I was ragging on it decent to see how it was doing, and my fuel economy didn't drop at all. It's on that gauge, which, like I said, isn't accurate at all, but it's still saying 10.4 miles to the gallon. And that was definitely a more spirited drive than I would normally do, that little circuit that we just did. So I'm curious to see, I've got to do some driving tomorrow for work, what all it does to my mile per gallon. So I'll drop back in with the review at the end of this video on that. That'll conclude this portion for tonight. What's going on, guys? So just a final review on the Banks Pedal Comander. I really actually do like it. I can't say, I mean, it's not adding any power to it. It's not doing anything that you could do with your foot, just pressing the throttle down more. So for the price, it's kind of a goofy add-on, because it's just pushing the pedal down more for you, essentially. But muscle memory is muscle memory, and it's allowing you to drive the truck with your right foot the same way that you always would, and it's substituting in some more pedal. It's got some features in the app that I played with that allows you to adjust the delay in which it commands more throttle. So I actually settled on the track level 1 setting. Is not the most fuel efficient. I actually was getting about 2 miles a gallon more running it at City 3. But I really like the drivability of it in the track 1 setting. And then I have the delay set to medium. And I'm actually getting 11.4 on that gauge, which, like I said, those gauges are not accurate at all, but 10.8 on an 81-mile loop, which an average speed of 22 miles per hour. I'm actually going to back in my driveway here, so I don't want to run over anything. But anyways, what that basically means is that it's a lot of stop and go in that loop, but 10.8 is actually pretty good, because when I ran that same loop before I put this on, I only averaged about 9.3, 9.5 on that same loop. So it's adding about a mile per gallon, I'd say. Average fuel efficiency increase, which I have a feeling just has to do with using the throttle better. Well, I know it has to do with that, because we haven't done anything else other than that. But, I don't know, overall, I like it. I do want to get a programmer of some sort and run a more customized tune on this. I've heard in conjunction with one of these pedal devices that it can be very desirable, and I do want that. We tow a trailer that weighs about 8,000 pounds, and I'm looking for just better drivability when we're towing. So I am probably going to look at some programmers. So if anybody knows a programmer that works really well on a 6.4 Hemi and a 2500 Ram, let me know in the comments what you think. More than welcome, or more than happy to try to give one of them a try, especially this summer coming into camping season. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the video in the comments, and we'll have more stuff coming out. Thanks, guys.